everyone. This is episode 1 of the podcast. Today we'll be talking about like social media events and events in the music industry, and of course a new COD update because PogChamp. So starting off, we're going to talk about the baby, how he's been throwing shade at Jojo Siwa.
Right, yeah. So, have you seen all the beef going on with Jojo Siwa and
No.
the baby? Well, the baby, how old is the baby?
That guy. Probably like 28, I don't know.
The baby
Mid-twenties.
is 29 and he is 5'8", so I'm taller than him.
I'm smaller.
And Jojo
And
Siwa
Jojo Siwa is like
is
17 and 5'9".
She is 17 and 5'9", so she is actually taller than the baby, and the baby is throwing shots at her because he's. Is the baby homophobic?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, anyway, it was due to her coming out. And
Apparently so.
yeah, and he was just like, nah. But then James Charles stepped in saying, how are you going to make these threats against someone when you're not
I
even
don't
taller
like
than
him.
them? But yeah, James Charles is like really annoying, so like, yeah.
So it don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man.
the baby's just like kind of been just thrown in a
Right.
ditch and left. And he's just like, nah. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen Bobby Schmurder's been released from prison?
Yeah, Bobby Schmurder has been released after 7 years. Yeah, 7 years.
I really liked his tweet.
Yeah, that weren't real. That weren't real. That weren't real.
That was
We're not
very-
reading it out even now.
I'm not.
I'll read it out.
No. No.
No. Yeah, but to get Bobby Schmurder back, we had
Yeah.
to sacrifice Daft Punk.
Yeah, Daft Punk have
I
obviously
think
split
it was
up.
something about him having a crater.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, something like that.
But
I
did
mean,
you
he
see-
might have found a meteor.
Did you see Bobby Schmurder though? He was in for 7 years, but he was only meant to be in for 5 years. The only reason why he was in for an extra 2 is because his mate was sentenced to 12 years, and they were like, if you both go in for 7 years, we'll both let you out at the same time.
Yeah,
So he just like, yeah, and then he tweeted like, gotta do what a homie gotta do or something. I was like, just shut up.
He also tweeted this.
yeah.
I quote,
I mean, he
Say
really liked dropping the soap, apparently, which is cool.
Apparently, that's what his tweet said.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But we had to sacrifice Daft Punk for them. But I have a theory that Daft Punk is actually just Kim and Kanye. Because Daft
Yeah.
Punk have split up and so have Kim and Kanye, and I've never seen them together in the same.
But yeah,
So-
I think we
But
should
Kanye
like list
literally
that
made
shit.
the song with them.
Yeah, but it was the same people.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
See, Kanye West is on like the brink of like, he said that he was gonna like kill himself
Fortnite.
if he divorced with
Oh.
Kim, and
But
Kim was
he's the
like,
one
yeah,
that
you're not
divorced.
allowed to see the kids. No, they haven't
Nah.
divorced yet. Kim's filed for the divorce.
Oh, well, that's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not the
Damn.
poggest thing to have happened, but yeah. What else has happened?
Something happened about 6ix9ine, didn't it?
Oh yeah, he got released, but now he's like called out everyone because yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like recently as well. Like on Instagram Lives.
Yeah, Instagram Live, he was like, yeah, the King of New York's back, and I'm just like, shut up, you wet wipe. You're not the King of New York.
There was a new one the other day, and he was threatening some other rapper from somewhere, and then they just threatened to kill him. So,
Mm.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah. He's a pretty cool dude.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Batman.
I like,
The Among Us
I'm a-
memes as well.
yeah,
Among Us.
very much so.
That's been kinda. Anyway, let's
Annoying.
move on to COD. Have you seen everything going on with
Yeah,
COD?
yeah, new update.
New
It is a
update
very
going on.
racist game.
No, it's
It
not.
is, but
COD's
they're
not.
trying to get rid of that.
Wait, how's it racist?
Oh,
'Cause-
Cheeto.
There's people.
Because there's not very nice people in game.
Exactly.
Um,
I'm drawing fingers. This is looking great.
nice. Right.
Yeah, man, new
Treyarch
COD update,
Studios.
season
Let's
3.
look at this. Right. We will show our screen.
That's risky, man.
Put
That
this
is
over
risky.
here. Yeah. Right. So what's been going on with COD? Basically,
New
yeah, there's a
season.
new update coming out tomorrow. Starts rolling out at 9 p.m. PT. Well, that was said yesterday. So what is 9 p.m. PT?
It's,
Probably
I
around
think
7 a.m.
it's 5 a.m. I think
it?
UK time. Yeah, I think
yeah,
so.
5 a.m. here. So yeah, that's gonna be like a massive update, I reckon. New
Yeah.
zombies and everything. That's gonna be
New guns.
new guns. Shovel gang. Even though
I'm getting
no, I'm
gold
not a
shovel.
part of that. Yeah,
I'm gonna get
Um,
diamond shovel.
they're bringing in songs as well. I'm pretty sure, like from
Yeah,
Black
yeah, I
Ops
saw
1
that.
and everything.
Shit.
Oh, whoa.
Heard they're bringing in reactive blueprints.
Yeah,
as well, and
reactive blueprints. That's
cameras,
gonna be pretty sick.
Have
like
you
in the
ever
previous
tried
Black Ops
wholemeal bread? It's much better for you.
Among Us.
It's Floyd Mayweather's birthday today. Not that
Oh,
that's
is
got
it?
anything to do with
Wow.
it. Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Got nothing to do
Floyd.
with it. But he's having a fight with Logan Paul, apparently.
Yeah. When is that scheduled for now? Because it was meant
I'm
to
not
be.
even- I'm not
It's
sure.
meant to be in like 3 days, but it's been pushed back.
I'm not sure.
Mayweather versus Logan.
It was pushed back quite far.
Yeah, it was meant to be 4 days ago, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure anymore.
Um,
Probably just doing it for clout.
yeah. It was meant to be on the 20th of February. But Jake Paul's fighting Ben Askren, isn't he?
Oh, is he? I haven't seen anything about that.
Yeah, he's been proper going off saying that he's gonna knock out Ben Askren and all this stuff, and he's with Jorge Masvidal, who's the guy who knocked out Ben Askren in 4 seconds. He's got like the world's fastest knockout in the UFC. You just
Yeah.
need him straight in the head.
Yeah,
And that was like a
I
massive
reckon-
rivalry.
Well, that's not very nice.
But
I reckon Jake Paul will yeah.
yeah, but Jake reckons that he's gonna batter Ben Askren, but Ben Askren, like, he takes punches well. Like,
Do you think he could be-
he's taken multiple hits. He's defeated like UFC world champions. But this is the thing though, like Jake's been
Think he
boxing.
could defeat Bingus?
Nah, he couldn't defeat Bingus. But Ben Askren's been like, it's like 10 years or 11 years he was fighting for. But he's a wrestler and he's 5'10". Jake Paul is 6'1", I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Ben Askren's a wrestler and he's just like never been in boxing or done boxing before, and he's been saying
It's
like
an
his
MMA
Instagram.
fight.
Yeah, nah, not Jake Paul versus Ben Askren. It's boxing.
Yeah.
It's boxing.
They
No,
could have
it's
done an
a
MMA
UFC
fight.
contract,
No, it's not. They're
It's
doing a
not.
boxing fight.
isn't it? Oh.
They're doing a boxing fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's on Jake's side.
Yeah. So Jake's the A side because Ben doesn't have a pro boxing record yet. He's a pro in boxing now because obviously he's registered for it.
Yeah, but he isn't fought yet.
Yeah, but if you look at like the footage of him boxing, he's like really slow, but he looks like. But also, if you see like when he said how he thinks the fight's gonna go, Ben was like he reckons that he's gonna get a stoppage in the 7th round. He's not like been like Jake saying I'm gonna knock him out in the first round.
He's being realistic.
Yeah, he's being realistic. But this is the thing. I think Jake's just getting too big for his boots. Because
Yeah.
he's like, he's fought an NBA 37-year-old who's never been in combat sport before.
KSI's
Anisong
little
Gibb,
brother.
KSI's little brother, which was an amateur fight, which Deji should have actually. I don't think it should have been stopped. They threw in the towel. If it carried on, Deji probably. And
Would've
bearing in
fought it
mind,
back,
Deji
maybe.
didn't train for that fight either, and he went to like, he went most of the rounds. I'm pretty sure, and he like made Jake
Yeah.
bleed in the first or second round, and Deji didn't bleed. It was
Yeah,
just
like
his
pretty early
cardio
on.
was awful. But then Jake fought Anisong Gibb, who's also he's 5'8", and then
He was just.
then he
What
fought.
was he doing?
Yeah, that was the first round. He says that it's a KO. He says, "Yeah, I knocked him out." You didn't knock him out. It was classed as a TKO because
Yeah, I
it was a
know,
3
that's
knockdown
boxing.
rule, which is just
Yeah.
stupid. But that's because Anisong Gibb's just too bouncy. He's like an elastic band.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his massive nose connects with the punches really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with Ben, I reckon like he might actually be able to go a few rounds. I don't think it'll be a first round KO if Jake wins. I don't think it'll be a KO. I think it'll be more of a TKO or a stoppage.
Yeah. But if it was in a actual MMA fight, it'd be completely
And he's
different story.
yeah. And this is like he's fighting an actual combat fighter now. But after this, he says that he wants to fight Nate Diaz, who's like one of the
Yeah.
like scariest UFC fighters within his weight class, which is welterweight, I think. Is it welterweight or is
I'm
it
not
lightweight?
sure.
I mean, it'd be
Um,
funny to watch.
But Nate Diaz would destroy him because he has like the softest like skin, and he just bleeds really easily. But he has no like pain threshold at all. Nothing hurts him, and he's went every with Conor McGregor in the second one. He went like all 5 rounds, and they were both completely like bloodied, and they're just him and Conor McGregor. He
Yeah.
wants to fight both of them. It's just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Conor McGregor's bad.
Very
Yeah.
bad.
He got
yeah.
dropped.
I mean, they're not even in the same weight category.
No, exactly. This is what I mean. He's fighting everyone
trying
that's
to
out of
fight
his weight category as
featherweights.
well. He only wants to fight smaller people.
Yeah, 'cause you know someone the same size as him or bigger, he'll get dropped.
Yeah.
instantly.
It's like he called out Michael Bisping, who's a middleweight, which is if Jake was an UFC fighter or an MMA fighter, he'd be middleweight. The same. They're the same weight. Bisping is 6 foot, I think. Bisping height, but he called him out. Like sent him. Yeah, he's 6'1". He's the same height as Jake. Bisping, I think he's like 42 now though. But he was a
Yeah, it's
he was
kind
a
of an age
striker.
gap.
Yeah, he was a striker, so he was like all like as close as you get to boxing. I think he was a striker anyway. And he sends the contract to Bisping. Bisping accepts it, sends it tries to get it sent back. Just hears no response from Jake. Jake was just doing it for the clout to make it look like he's not scared.
Yeah, but he's shitting bricks.
Yeah. What else has been going on as well?
What has been going on? I've got a list. Who's Joe?
Your mama.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't really know what else to speak about.
Bingus. Let's discuss Bingus.
Yeah,
discuss-
Bingus. Bingus is
discuss
epic.
Bingus
Very
was a cat
cool.
meme in I think it was last year.
Yeah, but he started to
It's
make a
just
comeback, not through like memes, just through us four
Us.
especially, and yeah, it occurred like last
Discuss
week when Tom, we
Tom.
were all playing Warzone at about 2:30 a.m. and then we were all whispering, and then we throw a loadout drop in the house, lands on the roof. It's like, how do I get it? He's like, right there. He's like, oh, you Kim Bingus. And I just started crying. Just crying with laughter over Bingus. Bingus the cat. Yeah,
Biggest cat.
Bingus
I
is
love
just
Bingus.
epic.
I didn't even
And
know. what it
I
meant.
believe Will's currently drawing Bingus, aren't you, Will?
I drew him. He looks
Yeah, I'll
very
put a
pretty.
picture of that on
You
screen.
should put your camera on and show us Bingus.
He hasn't
I don't
got
have
one.
a camera.
Doesn't
Ah.
have one.
Oh,
Put one in the edit though,
yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
because Bingers.
Yeah. Can you do the Among Us?
Please.
Here we go.
Among Us has been making. a
Among
comeback,
Us. Yeah, Among Us has been making a massive comeback. Yeah.
I don't know about the actual game, but
No, the game's not very good.
Yeah.
But the memes,
not
they're
really.
just the best.
Yeah, the memes are good.
Yeah, the memes are good. The game itself is yeah, it's not the greatest.
It's a
Um,
game.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's just too repetitive.
Yeah, they've got ukulele chords for it. I'm gonna learn it.
yeah. Right, so I think that's
That's about it.
yeah. I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed our podcast, and